Hello and welcome back to the Movie Rubric. I'm Timothy McDaniel.
Cole, right?
Jonah Jovi.
And today we are not only back on my couch again, which means that it's going to be a train wreck of an episode because those are the most train wrecky episodes. But
They're
we're
more fun, though.
They are more fun. They're more laid back. We're also discussing the newest musical biopic, Michael. I thought I could go higher, but I really can't. All right. That's gonna be awful.
Come on.
You can't see it, but I'm thrusting my pelvis right now.
Oh, yeah.
Don't tell Joseph.
What?
Joseph, don't tell Joseph.
Don't tell Joseph. Oh man, I was wondering how many. Listen, the movie was good, but it took me a second to get used to the voice.
Yeah. It's like one of those things like, did you guys watch the Ed Gein show that they had on Netflix?
The guy killed people?
It's a serial killer.
Yeah.
But he had a very distinct, like softer voice like that. And it's jarring at first. But then as you watch the show, you get used to it.
I didn't know. I know it's too bad. I know Michael Jackson always kind of had a
Like you kind of
interesting voice.
you know what to expect when Michael Jackson's talking.
Yeah, exactly.
I would like someone. Uh-oh.
Wow.
I literally.
Wow.
Hold up. I want you to know. Not only do I have
Dang.
Do not disturb on, my Mac literally said I'm screening a call, and then I clicked the "this is spam" button, and then it decided to still send it through to me. Come on, Mac.
Come on, Mac.
I wanted someone to study like what was Michael Jackson's testosterone levels, because like his voice never really changed.
Well, actually, he did have a if you watch the "This Is It" documentary, he did have a. It still like is
It changed
higher,
a tiny bit,
but it is. He did actually have a little bit of a lower voice as time progressed.
not much though.
I think for sometimes he would just put on a voice.
You think so?
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
possible.
if you listen to like Jackson 5 and then his later stuff, it is a little deeper, but he still had a very
soft spoken,
very soft spoken.
As someone who wasn't the most familiar with Michael Jackson's like life story, I kept waiting for him to get beat by the dad because his voice cracked,
yeah.
like in junior high or something. So I kept waiting for that.
I'm sure we were.
Apparently, this downplayed his dad.
Yeah, they. Well, here's the thing. You could have done a whole movie just on the Jackson 5 if you
Yeah.
wanted to.
You said this movie downplayed his dad?
Apparently, that's what people
Yeah.
are saying. They said downplayed how bad
There
his
was
dad
a lot of abuse from the dad, but also it gets redundant after a while if you
That's true.
don't want it to be Iron Claw out here.
Yeah.
Come on, Michael. We don't want to hear about your sob story.
I don't want to hear about your chimp.
you're better than me, boy?
That's my favorite line from the whole thing. You think you're better than me?
Boy? Yes.
Yeah, yes, actually, I am.
than your brothers, huh?
You are the king of pop.
Yes, I am.
you're better than this family?
Honestly, I think your brothers think that.
Their brothers, like, I think they just were like,
I think
They don't care.
everyone.
sure.
Yeah.
I got the vibe from this movie that his brothers recognized that they were not on Michael's level, or that they were okay with that.
Yeah, they were just having fun doing their own thing.
Yeah, they're like totally fine.
Playing basketball, going to the pool.
They were chilling. And they had the house in Beverly Hills. They were chilling.
Yeah. A freaking monkey.
The chimp.
Whoa,
Dude.
Cole.
You can't say that.
Oh, the chimp.
bro. This movie was a interesting story for like how it's seen it. So we all saw this at different times. Cole, when did you go see this movie?
It's been over a week because I saw it. We were supposed to do this last week, we thought, but then things didn't happen. Yeah, it was. I think Jonah saw it on a Friday. I saw it on a Saturday after it released.
Yeah, not last Friday, but the weekend before
And
we
then
saw
you saw it yesterday.
it. Yeah.
I literally So Cole went and saw it with Kirsten. Jonah went and saw it with friends. I appreciate the invite. I was doing something. You have listen, Jonah, hold up. I'm fine with the hole in my sock, but that is the biggest hole I've ever
Whoa,
seen.
my bad. I haven't bought a pair of socks.
Look at the bottom of that. Cole, show those
I
piggies to Cole.
can't see it. I can't see it from here.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh
god.
yeah, that's rough. That's that's a throw it in the trash.
The
I'll show it
entire
away.
like
A small hole is one thing.
what
These
is this
footy
part
balloons
of
are
your
so comfy,
upper
though.
part of your palm called?
I don't remember.
I can see all 5 of Jonah's toes through that hole in the
Yeah,
sock.
that's a rough
It
one.
is pretty big.
That's
Here,
pretty
I'll
bad.
show it away from you.
Appreciate that.
That's one that you throw in the trash.
Yeah.
I need
I
them.
went
They're
and saw
comfy.
it yesterday, and then since Elena didn't want to go see it, I ended up going by myself to see it yesterday. And
Man.
Nothing wrong with that.
oh, here's the thing. I agree. I love going out and doing like a little self-date day. And whenever I told my students that I did that once, some girls in my advisory class thought that was like the saddest thing they had ever heard. So I actually took like a really sad picture of me at Panera by myself, like being like, I'm all by myself. Yeah. Sent it to them, trying to make them like just look funny and look really sad. And they were like, that's so pathetic, Mr. McDaniel. How could you go? Why would they do that to you? Why would you go by yourself? I was like, listen, ladies, like I actually like enjoyed it. Like I thought it was a good afternoon.
Being by yourself, going to the movies.
I went to Harbaugh's Cafe.
Nice.
Then I went and saw the movie.
Right,
I went and got some Panera.
It's very good.
You hear that I heard they're coming to
Marion.
Yeah.
Second
I'm actually
store.
so excited. They need a bigger store, yeah, because like
it's good, but it's small.
there was a
I've never been there.
There was
It's
a
really good.
30-minute wait for a single person table whenever I was there.
I've never been to the movies by myself, but I think I'm gonna have to now that I got A-list.
It was
Yeah.
well this summer, Cole. You just let me know when you're going, and like I'll probably.
No, I want to go by myself, so we're gonna have to sit on opposite sides of the theater.
Yeah, yeah. I'll go see a movie, and you go see a different movie.
Yeah.
and then we can go get lunch afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, though, no. So Michael, I really feel like it was good. I enjoyed it. I liked it more than I thought I was gonna. I'm not the biggest fan of. Like Queen did it first. Was there one before Queen that did the band or the
Far
musician
like a notable one.
biopic? Obviously,
There
there's
was
like
a Raid movie.
there's like I walked
Yeah,
the line.
the Ray Charles one.
That one was pretty big.
That was really good.
I
Jimmy
think
Fox
if
to
I
Ray
walked the
Charles.
line, you know, Johnny
Yeah.
Cash.
I mean, I'm more of a fan of Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story.
Yeah, like
I don't even know that
it's
one.
definitely
So Jonah, it's a music biopic, but it's John C. Reilly, and it's like a comedy movie.
it's like
So
not a
it's
real
like-
story.
Not a real story.
Yeah, so he goes through his whole career, going through that, and he meets the Beatles, and the Beatles are played by Jack Black as Paul McCartney and Paul
I've
Rudd as
seen
John
Lennon.
Lennon.
That clip before.
It's really
Yes.
funny. If you've never
I've
seen that
It's
movie,
hilarious.
Yeah.
I
Wrong kid died.
I feel like they've existed, but Queen restarted this like let's do a band biopic
Yeah.
here in the last. Gosh, when did Queen come out? 5 years ago?
More than that, 2018.
Really?
8 years ago.
I was in
now.
high school.
Yeah, but like since then, there's been
Elvis.
Elvis one, which was fine.
Rocket Man.
I did not like Rocket Man.
I-
Really, I never saw Rocket
I thought
Man.
Rocket Man was meh. Yeah.
It was, I didn't like that it wasn't really a biopic. It was a musical.
What was the Timothy Chalamet one?
Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan.
I heard
one.
that was really good. I haven't seen it yet,
I
though.
haven't seen it.
And then Bruce Springsteen just come out.
And Bruce Springsteen.
Oh,
yeah.
Whitney Houston, they did hers also.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
And that was really good.
Yeah.
So the market's flooded with music biopics.
There's a ton you could do, and they're doing a Beatles one too.
4. They're doing 4 Beatles ones.
Yeah, they
What?
should.
One for each Beatle.
Is that a joke?
I'm not kidding. The same director is doing 4 Beatles movies.
That's actually that could go kind of hard.
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that's some.
There's a ton of stuff you could. Actually, they did do a John Lennon one technically.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, but
Who was that?
It was okay.
No.
that's some.
Oh no, Motley Crue.
They
I
had
would-
one?
They did one.
Oh
didn't know that.
yeah, we watched that.
The
Was that
Dirt.
Dirt. Was that? I guess that was a biopic. Wild. No, I feel like splitting the Beatles into 4 movies is like some Lord of the Rings Hobbit level. Like, how can we take this children's book and make 3 movies?
I mean,
Probably
it's their
better.
lives. You could do more content than that.
I don't know.
I thought you could do. I mean, this movie speed runs doesn't even get to the 90s, and it speed runs a lot
Well,
of stuff.
this one, yeah. I mean, because if you wanted to with Michael Jackson, there is so much to unpack on
you could
everything.
make a movie about Thriller.
Yeah, you
the
could.
album,
There's
yeah.
There's like 4 movies in his whole career you could do.
And
Over
they
different-
might do it. I mean, they ended in the 80s. Spoiler alert.
Yeah,
Well, they
real
said
life.
his story will continue like Avenger style at the
yeah.
end.
I was
Not a
ready for
spoiler.
Michael will return.
Yeah, this
Avengers
is not a
Doomsday.
spoiler. The movie ends with his story will
And
continue.
it ends in the 80s. It doesn't
Yeah,
go to
it's
the
gonna
90s.
end on. It's
Yeah.
gonna, from what it sounds like, it's been greenlit. And they're gonna do, the 90s through his death.
So only 2 of them.
Probably only gonna do 2 movies.
I guess that's fair. There's not. I mean, this did 2
Which
decades.
means in the 90s is when it's gonna start going crazy.
Yeah,
That's gonna be. I'm interested to see how they're gonna handle that.
I hope Jafar Jackson does whiteface.
Well, I mean, I'm thinking like the Neverland stuff.
Oh,
Because
well.
like his family's making it. So how do you?
I mean, you're gonna have to address it.
You have to talk about it, but how?
It happened.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I need to do a lot more research before we review that movie because, like, I loosely followed and have mildly kept up with the stuff, but not in any sincere fashion.
Yeah.
Just like headlines here and there and stuff like that.
I know he didn't get convicted.
Yeah, that's my biggest thing. It's like I know he didn't get convicted, but also a lot of the evidence I've read doesn't look good
But
for the guy.
OJ didn't get convicted.
Yeah.
I don't know. I tend to believe. I don't want to go conspiracy theory mode, but he was found not guilty.
Yeah.
And it seems to me, if you look at old interviews of him by the media, I feel like the media doesn't like someone who has this level of influence.
But hasn't
So I feel like it wouldn't surprise me if they tried to make that his story, even though he was not guilty.
and maybe that's the case, but I also feel like I vaguely remember him admitting to like sharing a sleeping bag with the kid.
He said he slept in a bed with a child, but then he was like, "What's wrong with that? I didn't do anything." It was something
It's
like that.
weird.
See, that's
it's
weird, though.
It's not good practice. Like, even though you technically didn't do anything.
Not good PR.
Yeah.
I'll say that much.
His PR rep was probably
And-
like, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, there's a really funny sketch like that where he's like, Michael, just don't mention any of that. Just mention the sleeping bag thing.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. And he's like, I sleep on the sleeping bag
It's
next
like
to the
the-
bed. But I have slept in a bed with many children. Oh.
It's like the Kanye thing. The Jews Kanye?
Yeah.
Jeff Con 3, really?
I saw a thing where it was like, imagine how much Kanye's reputation could have been saved if he didn't add I can't even say, I don't want to say his name, especially you know who.
Yeah.
At the end of that sentence, he said,
Yeah.
every human being has something of value, especially blank. I'm like, why did you have to add that?
Like, stop.
Yeah, stop.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad. I've never cared for Kanye.
It's just like,
He has some good songs.
it's like,
It's
what?
not. It has nothing to do with him being a musician. You know, we had this conversation the other day. We're talking about Michael Jackson. Let's bring it up now. Yes, it is possible to separate the art from the artist most of the time. But also sometimes maybe we shouldn't. You know, so like a kid, I had them do a listening map, and they had to make a Nashville numbering chart for a song of their choice. And a kid did a David song, and they did the David song where he's talking about having like a 16-year-old in his bed. And I'm like,
Well, now we know it's a 16-year-old.
and I'm like, you really a David song? They're like, what? He makes really good music. And I was like, that's besides the point. They're like, I can separate the art from the artist, McDaniel. And I'm like, you know,
That's a case where, like, I love David's music. I did. But I know that, like, when I stream his songs, he's still inadvertently probably getting that money.
He's getting money.
So it seems to me unethical to stream his songs.
I mean, it's.
I don't know how to mute Apple products anymore. I
Maybe
have Do
just,
Not
like,
Disturb on. I
Turn
have
the volume off?
Yeah.
What is going on?
I don't know.
Are you sure the volume's off?
It's on Do Not Disturb, and notifications are turned off. Look,
Well, maybe it's not connected to your Mac.
it clearly is. All right, let's just hold up. All right, take two with that. Sorry.
Yep.
Not sorry,
But
audience.
like, if you look at like another band that got in trouble, well, one guy got in trouble and kind of ruined it for both of them was Tenacious D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a completely different.
I don't
I don't wanna
kill
say-
somebody like David did. Did you
Yeah.
hear about that?
I did not hear about that.
He found out that one, he was
Diddling.
messing with kids,
Who-
and he
David who?
It's David spelled with
his
a 4
artist
for the
name is
A.
David. Like
I guess I don't even know who
It's
this
like
is.
D4V.
have you heard that
1D or
song that's
something?
like, I just love the way you got me feeling?
No.
Good song.
I don't really care for David's music.
Well, he diddled kids, and then they found out he murdered her and
Oh.
shot up her body, and they found her in his car.
Oh.
Insane.
Yeah.
Insane story.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really
crazy, crazy. So when you say separate art from the artist, that's a extreme case.
I didn't know what he did. So
Yeah, he killed. He murdered and diddled.
But like,
Pause.
minus the murdering. Let's flip the order first off. He diddled, then murdered.
Yeah.
We could have an Avenged Sevenfold situation if it was the other way.
Yeah. I was he groomed. He groomed the girl. The
I
girl
feel like-
tried to. Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
Groomed and diddled.
Here's the thing, though. Like,
going
This is going crazy. Yeah.
the first artist I remember this happening with was like R. Kelly. And people are like, oh, I can separate the art. No, go look at the lyrics to an R. Kelly song.
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown. It's like, go look at these
I
lyrics.
don't know how Chris Brown is still in.
and
the
tell me
media.
you're going to separate the art from the artist. Now, with Michael Jackson, I can believe it more. One, because he wasn't convicted, so we don't know for
So
certain
you could
what
you
happened.
could accuse anyone of doing anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then two, his music has nothing to actually do with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He,
So, like-
he just wanted to genuinely write good music.
Unless some more facts come out, I am willing to separate the art from the artist for Michael Jackson. But these people who are rapping about like shooting people up or doing things with minors, and then they get convicted for shooting people up and doing things with minors, and then people are like, well, I can separate the art from the art. Nope, the art is the artist to that point, my friend. Like, I'm sorry.
There's a clip that made me crack up about the David thing, and it was one of those what's that company? They do the lyrics explain. They have an artist explain their lyrics.
Yeah.
Forgot what the company is, but he's doing it, and there's a song where he said like in the back of my mind, you died. And then in the lyric explained, he was saying, "See, I didn't kill her physically," and just a wrong buzzer going, "Arr!" And he's like, "I didn't kill her, just figurative. You know, it's in my mind I killed you. I didn't physically kill you." Arr! And it's doing that over and over again.
That's really funny.
It's crazy.
Oh man, Michael. All right, that first. I think if
Thumbs up, I
you
guess.
like Michael Jackson or like music biopics, this is a good one to go see. I'm gonna give it 1 thumb up. I do think this movie does benefit at least a little bit from the theater experience. And I'll talk more about that when we get to the audio. Cole, what about you?
2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up?
I love this movie.
Okay.
I think this is definitely a go see. It's a spectacle in the theater.
All right. Jonah?
I'm also gonna give it a thumb up. Same reason Cole said. I think it's. I mean, everybody loves Michael Jackson, biggest artist in the world.
People really
And-
didn't love him until he died.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah,
Cole,
people
I feel like
fainted
that was
in
the whole
theaters.
point of this movie was that how many people loved him.
Well, no, like hold on, but there were people who would clown on him, and then all of a sudden he dies, and everyone's like, "Oh, he's a big genius" and everything.
Oh,
Kinda.
I guess.
I mean, people fainted for him back in the day too.
I guess
though.
I wasn't
There were-
alive for the clowning on him era because I remember everyone in my life prior to his death loving
Well,
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, I mean, he had obviously a big fan base, but there was a
Yeah.
lot of people who would like not acknowledge his
people were hating.
people would hate on him.
Okay.
Well, that was the thing. It's popular. I mean, Thriller is still to this day the highest selling album of all time before the internet.
You know, I
Which is
didn't
crazy.
I didn't realize how many of his best songs were from that album.
That is an
Like
insane.
the movie's happening, and I'm like, that song's on this album. That song's on this album.
Yeah.
Like,
His first 3 run of albums is kind of insane. You have Off the Wall, which is like Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, I think, on it.
Yeah.
And PYT, I think, is on that
yeah,
one.
that may be on Thriller though.
Yeah. And then Thriller, I listened to his first 3 after the movie came out. Thriller has literally like back to back in the album, like Thriller, Beat It, Billie Jean, Want to Be Starting Something. A crazy.
Human Nature,
Human Nature, insane album. And then you have Bad, which of course has Bad and
Smooth Criminal.
Smooth Criminal.
dum,
Insane, like 3 album run.
But then when we get sequel, we're gonna get to the '90s off the Dangerous album, and then we get Black or White.
True, and they don't really care about us.
Yeah,
History, I think it was
Yeah.
called. Yeah, gonna be some good.
He's
songs
got a
there.
good discography. Man, really did.
He is probably. We probably have no one as big as Michael Jackson ever again.
people were trying to crown Bruno Mars the next Michael Jackson, but I don't. It's not happening, bro.
If there is a modern equivalent,
He's the closest.
He's
It's
the closest,
him, but,
it's
he's
still
still
not
not
close.
touching Michael Jackson.
You know,
it
if-
still leaps and leaps. I can never say that.
There
Leaps
is
and
levels
bounds.
to this.
I
Yes.
I think he weirdly enough, I think Bruno Mars. I wouldn't say he lost me, but like he recently did that song with Sexy Red,
Yeah.
and I feel like it didn't kill my affection and enjoyment of Bruno Mars, but it definitely put a bad taste in my mouth. We went from this guy who has a ton of class, and I will agree, like he gives off some Michael Jackson vibes with his class and his just how many different things he's doing and stuff like that. And then he made that song,
Whatever that song was.
Fat, Juicy, and Wet, and I was just like,
Oh yeah.
oh.
I mean,
It definitely knocked him down in my mind. But maybe I'm just biased.
for me, he still has such a great song. I'm going to see him Wednesday, by the way.
Bruno Mars?
Yeah.
Where?
Nashville.
That's so cool, actually.
I'm
I'm jealous.
He has his last album was great. It was like
How come you didn't
Latin.
invite Cole and I? Where was our invite?
Well, I was invited, so I didn't want an extra invite. So
Rude.
Sorry.
I probably wouldn't have wanted to go see Bruno
Yeah,
Mars.
You want to go
salad.
to see Bruno Mars?
No.
Dude, is it Silk Sonic?
no, it's Bruno Mars, but Anderson Paak's there.
Okay.
Um,
once again, I'm back in.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited. I love Bruno Mars. Probably in terms of modern artists, he's probably one of my favorites.
One of the bands
was
I'd
running
like to see the
Cole's
most in this
thing.
day and age is Silk Sonic.
Yeah, I think there were one-off though.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna play some of the songs though. I don't know why else Anderson Paak would be there unless he's opening or something.
Yeah. I do love them,
But
though.
I'm excited. He hasn't toured in a long time, but his last album was very like it had Latin stuff in it. It was kind of banging.
He's got some really good stuff.
Yeah.
Speaking of really good stuff, Michael, here we go. Spoilers.
Michael.
Wee woo. Wee woo.
Oh wait, we gotta get the wheel out.
You think you're better than me, boy?
Think you're better than me, boy?
I gotta get the wheel ready. Oh, accolades.
Yeah, I have my accolade. I told it to Cole yesterday so I wouldn't forget it, but I remember it. So while Cole pulls up the wheel, it's going to be an easy movie to summarize, I feel like. I hope it's me. My accolade is this could have been an email award.
This could have been an email
This
award.
could have been an email. I'll elaborate more later, but that's my accolade. Jonah, what about you?
Freaky Animated Monkey Award.
The monkey looked really bad.
The monkey
look
was
bad.
spooky. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was spooked.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna go with lack. Let's see here. I don't even know how to phrase this here. lack of cameo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I see
That
what you're
really
saying. I know what
annoyed
you're
me.
saying,
There's
yeah.
one specific cameo
That they hype up.
What?
They kind of allude to.
Yeah, they allude
Did
to
they-
it. They name drop it.
Yeah.
Name drop this individual.
Also, that's. I
And
feel
that's
like
one of the most historical things that happened.
the way they worded it was kind of. I mean, it's real life. Can we talk about it?
Yeah.
It's really spoilery.
Everyone.
Yeah, we're into spoilers now.
But,
I'll couple this up. Here we go.
He said the producer's like, that's some Van Halen rock and roll right there.
That's some Van Halen.
But like that's what I would say like now.
Yeah.
But if he's in front of me, I don't
Yeah.
feel like I would say that.
I guess Van Halen just like.
That's some
No.
that guy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's you, by the way, Tyler.
It's me?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Here's why I'll summarize the movie. We open up Gary, Indiana, my home sweet home. That's all I could think of every time they said Gary, Indiana.
Interesting.
That's a musical. You ever heard this song?
Oh, looks like your wife's home.
Just me. She's like wandering outside the house like she's locked out. She's allowed in. I promise I don't beat her. She's allowed inside.
We
You
don't
know,
know.
I didn't think
Despite
that.
what Cole
I didn't
said,
think that until you said
You know
that.
what? I think it's a fun story to tell on the
Do it.
podcast. Despite Elena occasionally, she just gets sad. She's on medication. She would not mind me sharing this. She occasionally just gets sad. Occasionally just has like a little cry, nothing major. Sometimes it's not about anything, just like a little minute cry. And as we were pulling up to movie night the other night, she just had a little mini cry. And then she looked at me. She was like, hey, do I look okay? And I was like, yeah, you look fine. Your cheeks are a little puffy, but you're good. She's like, okay. We get inside. And within 10 seconds of entering Molly's house, the very second Elena walks into the kitchen, Cole looks at my wife and goes, what's wrong with your face?
Yikes.
just
Cole's not the room reader.
like, and then I was like, oh my gosh, like Elena already has social anxiety. And I was like, this just, she's never going to come back.
Terrible time.
It was so funny.
It was really funny.
So we're in Gary, Indiana, got a little boy looking out the window. That little boy, Michael Jackson. I almost said Michael J. Jackson. What's his middle name?
I don't know what his middle name is.
Michael J. Jackson.
Parentheses King of
of
Pop.
the Jackson Force 5, which I used to call them the Jackson Force 5 all the time.
Because of Family Force 5.
Because of Family Force 5. I just
Crank it like a chainsaw.
we meet a Joseph character who is like, play the violin, Johnny. But like to Michael Jackson and his
It's
brothers.
Joe, by the way.
I thought it was Joseph.
No, the middle name's Joe.
Oh, I was close. Michael J. Jackson.
Yeah, it's Michael
I had
J.
it right.
Michael J. Jackson.
I was just goofing. Michael J. Jackson. We meet his father, Joseph. I just figured Joe would name his kid after him, and I was not wrong. Look at that. And he's like, you're gonna do it till it's right. So
Hey, listen, he's a perfectionist.
yeah, so they're getting up there, and the kids are clearly not feeling it, and they keep playing. And then that night at dinner, he's like, I've got a plan, Arthur. And
Arthur.
What?
Playing Arthur.
I got a plan, Arthur. So he's like, I'm taking us to shows. So then they go to shows, and the kids do great. And then they get back home, and the dad's like, not good enough, and beats Michael with a belt because they didn't do good enough. And then we get a little mini montage of them going on more tours and raising some money. Then we cut their not present day. It's like 3 years later. They're living in California. They're living the high life because of the Jackson 5. And Michael wants to cut a solo album. So his producers, to Michael's defense, they tell his dad that they want Michael to do a solo album, and the dad's like, that's fine, but he has to do it on his time. So Michael, on his own time, makes a solo album. It's a huge success, and then he starts to slowly pull away from the brothers from that point on. He starts seeing some massive success with his solo album to the point that his dad wants in on that action. So he plans a tour with the Jackson 5 without asking Michael first and tries to get Pepsi involved. So he kind of... My cat is just destroying my bag over there. He kind of forces Michael, playing on his guilt, to do this tour with his brothers. And during the filming of a Pepsi commercial, Michael's hair gets caught on fire.
Famous story there.
Yeah. And apparently no one was actually paying attention on that set. And Michael ran around for like 10 straight seconds before the fire was put out. Then we see a kind of continuation of Michael in the hospital. Throughout the movie, he's been kind of helping children. And he says he wants all the money from the lawsuit donated to the burn unit at the hospital where he was treated. He gets out. He decides to continue the tour with his brothers. And then during the finale song, against his dad's wishes, kind of going behind his dad's back, I guess in front of his dad's back because he says it on a stage. He's like, "This is our last tour," and he like retires the Jacksons, or at least he retires from the Jackson 5.
Yeah.
And then the movie goes back to where it opened with him singing "Bad." I miss anything?
Well, not singing bad, but singing bad.
He sings bad.
He
but
didn't sing bad, but he sung
though.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He sang bad very well.
He sang "Bad." Yeah, rather great. Yeah. All right, did I miss
Famously.
anything?
No, I think.
Monkey. There's a monkey.
There's a monkey. Oh yeah, Michael's into adopting animals.
And then we talked about the plastic surgery thing.
The
Oh,
plastic
yeah, the
surgery.
nose.
You know what?
Did insult his nose when he was younger, and he let a lot of very self-conscious about
I
it.
will agree. I should have did the plastic surgery thing. But aside from that, this is where my accolade came from. This movie was 2 hours long. It felt 4 hours long. Like 40 minutes of this movie could have been cut down, and you could have put so much more story development and character development in there. I
didn't really feel that till the end, personally.
felt like
the end it kind of rushed, but
the last 40
kinda
minutes of the
dragged.
movie was just concert clips.
That's
in
how
a
Bohemian
rushed-
Rhapsody was. I didn't like it there. I didn't care for it here either.
See, I liked Bohemian Rhapsody because throughout the movie they show some clips of him singing. They might show half a song or something, and then at
or
the
make
end,
it like a montage.
maybe a montage, and then at the end they showed a one-to-one recreation of the Live Aid concert, and it's that one-to-one recreation that makes it so good. And I think this movie was very clearly trying to rip that off, but instead of just doing it once, they did it like 12 times. And there's only so many times I can sit there and watch an uncut, unedited Michael Jackson concert. Like, they're not telling any story. They're not doing anything with it. It's just straight up him singing and dancing as if I felt like I was watching like a Michael Jackson clip on YouTube at several different points.
Yeah.
Real
And I would
quick,
yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to remove the microphone because my neck is hurting. and
Okay,
I
I'm going
can't
to
do this
mute you.
for
I'm
my
going to
hours.
mute you. But yeah, so that was my biggest complaint about the movie is that I felt like you could have done so much more character development. I'm glad you mentioned the nose thing. We see that Michael is uncomfortable with how his nose looks later in the movie. We know that that's like a real thing that happened. The problem is that in the movie, you're unmuted. The dad makes one comment about his nose, and then no other comments are made. Like I feel like we could have fleshed that out more.
We could have. I think it's one of those things where a lot of people do already kind of know the story.
Yeah, but like, show it.
Yeah.
Show, don't tell.
Yeah, and then it led to him, like, he saw the album cover and everything of his solo album.
Yeah, show, don't tell. I would have liked them to have talked about that more throughout the movie rather than like Joseph calls Michael Big Nose one time at the beginning of the film, very beginning of the film almost. And then about the halfway point through the film, maybe a little over halfway point through the film, Michael's very subconscious about his nose and gets the surgery. They could have fleshed that out more.
They could have.
Like 100%, and that kind of bothered me.
Yeah.
But that really is my biggest thing. I feel like if you cut down on how much uncut music video footage there was, you could have showed so much more. I think they did a good job with the Thriller music video, but then we
There's
don't.
a side-by-side comparison looks exactly
Yeah.
the same.
Yeah, they crushed it with that one, and that was great. They showed how it was shot. They did some stuff leading up to the Beat It music video,
Yeah.
but then didn't show
The Beat It music video.
filming
Yeah.
of the Beat It music video.
Yeah, here's my thing on that. And I think it would be cool, but also it would get, like,
repetitive.
repetitive if you had the same pattern of, like, or here's the song. Now we're going to do the video. Here's this song. Now we're going to do the video. Here's this song.
Could have done
now
a
we're gonna do the
montage.
video.
They could have done a montage. I would, at the very least, would have liked them to address. So he gets inspiration for Beat It because he sees a news article talking about the Bloods versus the Crips. He invites some Bloods and some Crips into the studio to watch him rehearse dancing. He's like, "I'm gonna include y'all in my video."
Why does he sound like Honey Boo Boo over here?
That's kind of what he
I'm
sounded
gonna clear
like.
down my video.
Yeah. And then we don't see that. I personally would have liked to have seen the shooting of how they got Bloods and Crips to get along for a music video over Thriller. And then I would have liked to have seen
I mean,
What happened afterwards?
You can't have this movie without Thriller.
no, you can't. Do both. But like me personally, I'll be totally honest, as someone who didn't realize he had real Bloods and Crips in the music video, show me that.
Yeah.
And then let me see the aftermath. Did that actually do anything to affect the relationship between the neighboring gangs? I don't know.
Yeah, there's
movie-
no more Bloods and Crips now.
The movie just like
Completely eradicated. them.
didn't touch it afterwards. You know what I mean? And I would have liked for them to have
We
done
got Joseph stuff to worry about.
Yes, you're not wrong. Yeah. But that was my
Hey,
biggest
this one
complaint.
movie could have easily been 3 hours long.
It
Yeah.
could have been. I'm glad it wasn't.
When you have someone as insanely monumental as Michael Jackson, it's hard to hit all the boxes, even with 3 movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could have had the Eddie. You could have done the Eddie Van Halen cameo. I guess they just couldn't use his likeness or something. I don't know what the.
I don't know why they didn't. Like,
Because that's like one of the most famous like stories, or like guest musicians on like a Michael Jackson hit there.
Yeah,
you could have
uncredited.
shown like someone's feet in the studio and been like, "It's him. It's Van Halen." You know, like, and that would have been enough.
Yeah. And they even like hyped it up for a couple scenes. They were like, I need some help with this song.
Yeah. And then they
And
just
then, oh, turn that up.
Some Van Halen.
That's some Van Halen.
yeah.
Yep, sure is.
Sure would have been.
Actually, I watched something on that could have been coming across my newsfeed with Rick Beato. Steve Lukather, who played like bass and rhythm guitar on Beat It, actually said that when they sent that tape to Eddie to have him do the solo, Eddie actually recorded it in the wrong spot. Like wrong, it was like a wrong part of the song. They had to rework the song completely around
His solo?
around
Oh,
his
yeah.
solo and Michael's Generation 1 vocals because he like did all the layering of vocals. So the guitar.
What do you mean he did it in the wrong spot? I
like
guess I don't.
I guess when they had the song done already, and because it used to be like the tape, so he went and snipped like his part of the tape into the song,
Oh,
and he did it at the wrong spot.
I got you.
So
Interesting.
then they had to go and they got the drummer and they got the guitar. Steve Lukather did guitar and bass on it. He's like, we're gonna have to go and we're just have to rework the song completely. So
Dang.
they did it backwards. Vocals and lead guitar was done. They had to do everything else.
I mean, that solo kind of carries, and the song is great.
Yeah,
Don't
it's
get
a
me
great
wrong.
song.
That's iconic. I remember listening to that as a kid so much over and over again. I'd replay the
For me, it's
solo.
the bass line.
I Beat It.
That's a good-
That's a masterpiece song.
That's a guitar and bass.
Oh,
both
maybe
do
I'm
that.
thinking. Hold up, nope. I'm not thinking to Beat It. I'm
Thinking
thinking
Billie
of
Jean.
Billie Jean. Think of Billie Jean.
Oh, yeah.
You're totally
Yeah, the
right.
guitar riff is.
Yeah, you're totally right. My bad. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I will say plot wise though, I was never a hater, but I also wasn't the biggest Michael Jackson fan. Like I enjoy his music when it's on. Never got away to put it on.
Yeah.
And this movie, like, I got goosebumps a couple times. It made me like really hyped for Michael Jackson, and obviously that's the point. So I got to say, plot wise, they did that very well.
Yeah.
Like I got to give them credit there.
Yeah, this movie did make me want to go listen to all, like, especially those first 3 albums again.
I did at work. It was.
Yeah.
They're insane. Some of the songs I haven't heard before, I'm like off the wall.
The Way You Make Me Feel is really good.
Oh yeah.
What's
There's-
everyone's favorite Michael Jackson song?
Probably Beat It. They can't
Beat
really
It's
beat that.
up there. I think Smooth Criminal may be up there for me too.
Yeah, I
We
like
didn't
Man
get
in the
Smooth
Mirror a
Criminal
lot.
in this movie though.
Yeah, was that bad?
That's on bad.
Yeah, that was kind of like barely in the movie. That was like
Yeah.
the very end. He
Maybe
was
we'll
doing
get
bad.
in the sequel get more on bad.
at the beginning or something. Yeah,
'Cause I really would have liked to seen the Smooth Criminal music video in this one.
yeah. Was Dirty Diana bad?
Yeah.
It's
I
another
thought it was a
banger.
good song.
Nah.
Mine basic might be Thriller. It's
Thriller's
either
great.
It's either Thriller or Beat
As
It.
far as music videos go, Thriller is iconic.
Yeah,
And him talking about like he wants to make like movies around his music. Like
Uh-huh.
he did that with every music video. It
which
was
is
yeah.
great. Yeah,
always like a short little
Short
like,
film almost.
little sketch or something before it.
yeah.
Thriller scared me so bad as a kid. My dad showed that to me, and it freaked me out.
Really?
Yeah.
Going back to the plot thing, like I would have liked a montage of his different music videos. Like you could have put Beat It on in the background and then showed them filming that, then showed like you don't have to show the filming of every music video, but you could have done a montage and recreated his music videos, and I think that would have went a long way
Yeah.
personally.
The Thriller one was insane though.
Yeah, they did it.
Yeah, that was really good.
They did a really good job.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say like if you notice like even the like Michael Jackson any like rehearsal footage, how Joseph was such a tyrant on he's pushing everybody. Michael refused to
do that to his people.
do that to any
Yeah.
of his backup dancers, his band, or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
He would always be very polite, even if they made a mistake. He's very polite about it. He never wanted to belittle anyone.
Very gentle soul.
I had the thought during Thriller, actually, when they were shooting it, and I was like, I wonder how much he was really like that. He may have been completely like how he was in the movie. Obviously, this is a movie hyping Michael up, so like we might exaggerate how nice he was. I'm gonna imagine
His family produced it.
which is more bias.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Like, he may have been that wonderfully nice all the time.
My thing is, if you go watch This Is It, which was this documentary he had before he passed away, it was him rehearsing for that final tour he was going to have.
Yeah.
It showed some rehearsal footage, and they were making mistakes and everything. And he was how they showed him in the movie. Very
Good.
Very
good.
polite and nice to everybody.
Well, that's
Yeah.
great to hear. But it did make me wonder, like, during that, I was like, I wonder how many modern day artists are also super chill. And we just don't know. We just kind of like, like, because when people are mean, you hear about it, but you never hear whenever people are super nice and chill to work with.
Yeah.
Until their death. Until the biopic gets made about them 20 years later. Yeah. So, like, I wonder how many people like that are actually really nice to work with nowadays, and we just don't know about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally unrelated, but I just kind of had that thought.
Dave
That's
Grohl
true.
comes to mind on that. Dave Grohl seems like such a chill dude.
Yeah. Like, I would agree with you, except for, like, when it comes to drums.
Well, yeah.
So, like...
that was the one time when he said he felt horrible about that. And he wouldn't do that again.
Yeah.
Because did you not hear about the story, Jonah?
No, what happened?
So
Was it the first Foo Fighter album?
second Foo Fighter album, because the first Foo Fighter album, Dave Grohl technically did everything. So he released Foo Fighters album before he even had the band together, because he recorded everything. It was
Gotcha.
just his solo thing that
No,
he
just
did.
him.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So second album comes around, and he has a full band. Well, the drummer is in the recording, and he's not liking the drums. So he sends everyone home, and he re-records all the drum tracks without the drummer
Dang.
knowing. So when the album comes out, he's like, "Wait a minute, that's not my drum part." And then then the guy ended up quitting the band and everything, because he's
That's
like, "I can."
crazy.
Like,
Yeah.
Like, well, you got to think, you are a guy who
Come
is
on,
probably
Phil.
inexperienced with
Go for it.
recording like professionally, that he brought in, because it wasn't Taylor Hawkins yet. It was the first drummer they had. I forgot his name.
I don't
Yeah.
remember his name either.
But they
Oh, sorry, Tyler.
You're good.
you got to think. Imagine the pressure of you're playing drums, and the lead singer and guitar player is one of the best drummers in the world at the time, and he expects you to play it exactly like how he would play it.
Yeah. And it's your big break. You're probably nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a... Did you watch Studio 666 with us?
I did.
Movie
That was
night?
an interesting movie.
That kind of scene, he's kind of poking fun at himself, the scene where he's just
Berating him.
always moving the drums around. He'll
Yeah.
be like, no, that's not it. He'll adjust the microphone like a millimeter. Hit it. No, that's not it. He'll move the drum like a millimeter. Hit it. No, that's not it. He was very, very particular about his drum sound.
Very perfectionist.
He
Yeah.
liked it. That was his main thing. He's like, I can make the guitar sound. That's easier. The
Yeah.
drums, he is very, because he naturally just a drummer first.
Yeah.
Well-
primarily a drummer.
Yeah.
As someone who does some mixing, I feel like you can make most things sound really good in post. But if you get a bad recording of your drums, it's so hard to make them sound good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drums are arguably the most important part to record well. Like that, there's some truth to that.
He is a smart man. He's moderately successful.
And then, we have, well, at least he owned up to him having an affair, and
An affair in the weirdest way
Oh,
possible.
I didn't know that happened.
like literally people were mad at him for like 2 weeks, and then they were chill with it.
Yeah,
That's Dave Grohl.
he got on Facebook and he's like, "Fans, I've let you down. I've cheated on my wife." And it was like a really cool moment of humility and like owning up to the mistakes. But it was also like, you didn't have to do that,
So
Dave.
I didn't
like,
know
go
what
make
that.
it right with your wife. It's cool.
Yeah,
like
you
I
know.
didn't need to know.
Yeah.
No one would have said anything.
Yeah, no one. It had very Alexander Hamilton vibes.
Alexander Hamilton vibes.
Yeah, have you not seen or know the story of Hamilton?
I've seen it a couple times.
He like cheated on his wife, and then in order to prove his innocence regarding,
Oh, there's a
like,
song about that.
he,
Yeah.
he wasn't even had to do with like his wife. He needed to prove his innocence regarding something else involving like a bill or something that was happening. Like someone accused him of something. He's like, that couldn't have happened. That couldn't have been me because I was cheating on my wife. And then he like wrote 1,000,005 letters like talking about how he was banging this lady up at like their vacation home.
Freaking Alexander Hamilton.
Yeah.
Dang. Michael.
Michael,
Boy.
think you're better than me? Think you're better than your brothers?
Acting wise, I think I think Joseph crushed it. I also think Michael crushed
Jafar
it.
Jackson killed it. As
He
Michael.
Jafar
crushed it,
Jackson
yeah.
crushed it.
He actually took 2 years to study it, because that's Michael's nephew that's doing it.
Yeah.
He to study vocal technique, the dance, the choreography for it, his mannerisms. He studied all of that.
He did a really good job.
Yeah.
There was no bad acting. I feel like most of it was just fine, with the exception of how well Michael was portrayed. Like and once again, maybe a really big Michael Jackson fan would be like, he doesn't sound like that. He doesn't talk like that. But as someone who's not a Michael Jackson fan, I felt like I was watching Michael.
Like that was Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
Michael
like
Jackson.
I could have been convinced.
I mean, you
that
can't
was
really
him.
get closer than his blood.
Yeah.
I didn't realize. Do you know how much? I didn't realize that was his nephew till you had told me. Do you know how much of the singing was the nephew?
I don't know. I think some of it, like, genuinely was him singing. I'm gonna look.
The
I'll look it up
dancing
real
was
quick.
impressive too. That
The
had to have
dancing
been him.
was
Yeah,
obviously
the dancing was great.
Jafar Jackson.
It was really well executed on. I think despite how well Michael acted, I think Joseph was my favorite just because of there's just a few line deliveries here and there that I'm like, man,
That's a good actor. I can't pinpoint what else he's in, but
dude, like
he's
Black
good.
Toby is scary.
Black Toby.
I
It's
mean,
funny.
I was calling him Black Toby, but he did the mullet
Oh,
and the
like our
eyes.
Toby. Yeah,
the
yeah.
mullet and the eyes. He just looks
So,
like Toby from
it
time
looks
to time.
like Toby,
It's like,
yeah.
dude, it's Black Toby.
So Jafar Jackson sings, but his vocals are blended with Michael's original recording.
That's cool.
Interesting.
So they didn't get it. They want to make it like straight up lip singing, but they also knew like they needed to make this.
Do you want to
close.
hear Michael?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. No, the acting wise, I thought it was good. Going on the list here, I mentioned this to Cole. The audio mixing was fantastic.
Oh yeah, immaculate.
There was a
audio.
couple times that the audience clapping like had like a natural reverb and like a roll to it, which was really cool. The music was mixed to a point that like I went to listen to the Bad album and didn't like it as much.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to listen to the movie mix that they did. Like however they re-recorded it and remixed it for the movie, I want that.
Did you guys have people singing in your theater?
Thank goodness.
A
no.
little. Eric was singing.
I would have been.
We had some people singing along, but they were like trying to do it quietly, but they weren't very quiet. But it wasn't like distracting.
And you leaned over and you went, shut up, shut up, shut up at them, right?
No, because it was on the other side of the theater.
And, you know,
That's even better than
I give you a pass in Michael Jackson.
I don't.
It's fair.
Nope.
It's a musical movie.
I want
I
to.
don't-
It's not a no. First off, even if it was a musical, you don't
First
sing.
off, sorry,
You
that
don't
was
sing.
really mean.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
pushes up my glasses. First off,
Yeah.
even if it was a musical, you shouldn't be singing. Second off, it's not a musical. It's a biopic. I'm not here to watch you. I want to hear Michael sing. Michael J. Jackson.
But Michael brings people together,
Yeah, you can bring them together to the theater.
and then they sing.
Yeah.
Cole, we're okay. I'm anti-singing in the theater. Jonah's for it. Where are you at?
I didn't mind it. It didn't bother me. I would give him a pass on this because it's Michael Jackson.
Let me tell you this: when people clap in game, did you get mad?
No,
Same
but
When people were hooting and hollering and
hooting and hollering and getting excited, I feel like is respectfully fine. Like my theater, like clapped once really loud when we went, yeah, and then that was it. And then but like if someone had seen the movie before, like here's a more realistic example comparison. If someone had went and saw Endgame before I saw it, and then went and saw it a second time and started like saying the lines while the actors were saying the lines,
that's
I'd be really annoyed.
That's different.
no. We already know the songs.
You know, Thriller in this movie is pretty much like lifting Thor's hammer.
pretty much.
I
For
disagree.
People
comic
were
book nerds.
cheering like that.
Yeah,
Can
people were
I-
screaming, hooting,
I've
and
seen like
hollering.
theater reactions.
Can I wrap myself out? Babe, did you go see Wicked with us? I didn't think you did. There was a family behind us when we went and saw Wicked at the Fox, and they had this adorable little 7-year-old girl. I'm going to call her Susie because Susie's a good little girl name. Susie was adorable. Susie could not sing. Susie tried to sing every song. Like, scream sing every song. I'm at the Fox. I went and asked someone in between sets, and they
Wait,
went,
this is like a play?
yeah, like a live musical.
That's funny.
Yeah, so
That's
I
funny.
went and told on her and went and asked.
You told on the little girl?
Yeah, I went.
Yo,
I went and got
curmudgeony old
an
man.
employee. No, we were at the St. Louis Fox.
Oh my gosh.
I thought you were. Do you not remember Susie behind the little girl scream singing behind us? Yeah, I was trying to pay attention to the musical that I paid money to see. Where
That
there-
is the Fox, to be fair. That's a little different than the movie theater where I'm sitting on sticky substances.
I feel like it's the same principle though. Like I've paid good money, I've taken time out of my day to go watch this thing that is professionally curated. And
Concert.
huh?
What about a concert?
What
I
about
feel like
concert?
concerts are different. No,
How is
you're
that
allowed to sing at
different?
a concert
How is that different?
because
I'm paying money to go in, and
you're not supposed to be quiet during a concert.
Yeah, but in a musical you can be hooping and hollering during the
You are
song.
not. You should not be hooting and hollering during a musical unless it's like laughing at a joke.
What about like flipping Defying Gravity or whatever the big song is?
Oh, Yeah, if you start singing Defying Gravity behind me while I'm at the Fox, I'm going to be livid.
The Fox is different.
Are we okay with it in the movie theater?
No,
Why?
unless it is the special sing-along version. Then it's fine.
Oh, you're a curmudgeon, old man.
I'm not.
What happened to you?
Here's the thing:
Why?
if I don't want
14 kidney stones later, shut up in my movie.
if I don't want the audience to be involved within reason, then let's watch it at home.
But like, there's a difference between being involved,
That'd be like if I went to a comedy movie and like you're laughing
Like-
too loud.
like laughing.
Yeah, like you're laughing too
No,
loud.
like no, sorry,
Not
I'm
that
talking.
funny, guys.
No, like laughing in a movie theater. Laughing is fine. Even like getting upset if you were like, oh, like getting frustrated, like if something happened, that's fine. A reasonable hoot and holler if something really cool happens, like Tobey Maguire walking out through the portal.
Peak.
Yeah, our theater went, woo! Like that was great. That was fine. But like singing, yes, the song, but like I don't want to hear someone next to me or especially behind me singing every word to what I'm trying to experience on the screen. My brain is going to go to the person behind me, especially if they're off key,
Okay, you know what?
and it ruins my experience.
Okay. I'm going to give you a would you rather here.
Okay,
Tucker.
All right, I'm ready.
Would you
There
rather have a theater of like going to see Michael, but your theater is people singing, or would you rather deal with the weapons debacle again?
Oh, every movie.
Every movie for like the next 5
Wait, it's
movies.
like one time singing for Michael or the weapons guy every movie?
No,
Nah, that's not
I'm
fair.
going to give you the weapons guy again. But one time each. But the weapons
Guy was worse. I would
Well,
rather
like the whole weapons experience, because you're not just getting the weapons guy, you're also getting the vape guy, you're also getting the girl on
The
her
whole thing,
phone,
the whole
the girl
shebang.
looking for her candy.
Here, how about this? You get weapons guy every movie or every needle drop. Everyone sings along in the theater.
I would rather do the sing along. I would like at least
Guardians of the Galaxy would be insane.
at least they're fitting. At least they're not detracting from the vibe. Maybe
Tell me,
but maybe here's the thing. But like
they're not.
the
Yeah,
weapons
yeah,
guy,
yeah,
that
I'm
scene
with
was
you.
that scene was supposed to be like really scary and silent.
Dude.
You know what I mean? Like completely missed the vibe. Even though someone is matching the vibe for Michael Jackson, like singing along, I would still rather them not sing when I've paid money to go watch a movie.
To be fair, I think that's defendable. I'm kind of rage baiting for
Yeah,
podcast
I know you guys are. It's
but
fine.
I
Stop
will say
kicking
this
my
too.
table, Cole.
My theater was very calm, like calmly saying like da, 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 da. If someone was like, I would be really annoyed.
yeah, we,
Yeah.
we didn't have any of that.
No, there was kind of like.
I was gonna say like I know
could
you guys.
tell when people were singing.
Yes,
I will say-
but it wasn't like blasting.
I had the most adorable little old couple next to me. When I bought my ticket, there was no one in my row, and then my theater was reasonably packed for a Sunday at 10:30.
I was full.
Yeah, ours was pretty
Yeah,
full.
ours was packed.
There
Yeah.
was the super sweet old couple next to us, and the lady would like kind of like move her head like this, and then tap her husband's hand like to the beat.
Aw.
Like that was cute. That doesn't
That's very
bother me
sweet.
one bit. Was not distracting like in any way, shape, or form. That was sweet and that was cute. Now, if this old lady had started singing, maybe I would have been annoyed.
You would have killed her.
You're
Yeah.
in my house, Grandma.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, Granny, you want to be
days
happy?
are
Go
numbered,
on.
woman.
I will say this. I don't have a ton of room to talk. If like I can't name any country artist, so I don't want to diss people for not having like a pop culture knowledge. But it's Michael Jackson. The dude sitting next to me, like Thriller came on, like he was in the zombie makeup, and he was like, "What the heck?" And he started dancing like, "What?" Like, how have you not seen that in your
Yeah.
years of being alive?
You could accidentally watch the Thriller music video. I feel
You
like.
probably just know it exists.
Yeah.
From dude, Shrek did it.
Yeah.
Well, kind of as a short, but
Yeah.
Shrek did it.
It's arguably one of the most recognizable like music videos of all time.
It has to be
the most.
the most recognizable. I can't think of one more.
Unless you're gonna do Take on Me, because that had like a unique style to
Not
it.
Thriller though.
It's not Thriller level.
Not
though.
Thriller.
It might be.
No.
I'm having a hard time. No. Thriller might be. I'm
Oh,
having
yeah.
a hard time thinking of something that would.
Unless it's another Michael Jackson video. The one think Smooth Criminal, but
I don't think. I think.
I don't think
Thriller.
I still don't think it tops Thriller.
Yeah. In terms of iconicness.
What?
No.
pushing up here. I had to bend this back the other day.
I
Cole
want to push on it.
slow. Cole, my coffee table,
We
like
have a standing table.
it's like it like leans up. And the other day I went to close it and was off kilter, and I couldn't figure out why. And I have a sneaking suspicion it was because Cole kept slowly pushing on the side of the coffee
I
table.
want to put my feet somewhere, Tyler.
You have a couch that reclines.
But Tyler, it's not enough.
Cole's literally sitting on my couch that reclines back, and he was like, "Where am I going to put my feet?"
Hey, you think
Can I
you're
have my
better
feet
than
right
me?
here real quick?
You think you're better than Jonah?
than this family
Think you better than my family?
You think you're better than Elena?
I know. I went to put the table down, and I didn't even realize what it was. I'm realizing it now. I went to put the table down. I was like, it's like it like didn't sit right, so I lifted it up and had like the little metal like arms were like bent, and I kind of pushed it back that way and put it down. It's like, huh? And then now that I'm sitting here watching Cole kick it, I'm like, I bet he likes to bend my cards. He likes to bend my coffee
I've
table.
gotten better at bending the cards.
He has gotten better. Joel's the one now.
Joel and Kirsten are the worst now.
Got to worry
I
about.
bend cards pretty bad.
Jonah's
Not
also
yours,
pretty bad.
but sometimes yours.
Stinking
Visuals
dog.
wise, let's go down the list here. We're getting close to the end here. Visual wise,
Good sign for the movie. We barely talked about it.
yeah.
Really, there's not a lot to really.
It's Michael
discuss.
Jackson.
I will say critics are a bunch.
Oh, 1 second. My dog's going crazy. Hold up 1 second. Sorry, my crackhead of a dog saw another dog and was like, I got to let that dog know that I'm here. Do you think that's what goes through dogs' heads when they're barking?
I think they go, "Hey, who is this?"
And then I was trying to whisper to Elaine. I was like, "Can you put her up? Can you get her?" And then I was like, "I'm just gonna pause it. Probably shouldn't have paused it. I should have just left it unmuted at this point.
You know, we wing it.
We're really professional. You know,
Other than the visuals, like visual wise, just the chimp looked kind of off.
the
The
chimp
chimp
looked
and
off.
the giraffe looked a little funny.
The CG animals looked off. I'll be honest, there were no shots that stood out to me as being like, oh wow, that's cool. How they
The
did
first
that.
one I liked. When
There's
he's like walk it's the back.
Yeah,
of him.
there's
Yeah.
a couple
Yeah.
times they recreated stuff that I feel like
the concert vibe.
Yeah.
brings it up.
The MTV or
Yeah.
whatever that award show was.
Yeah, there's a couple times I felt like his nose was inconsistent from scene to scene. Did anyone else
That's
get
just
that?
his whole career.
No. It'd be like, it almost looked like they messed up the prosthetic or like put the movie in different orders occasionally.
I don't know.
Like the shots in different orders.
I don't know.
And I don't know if that was a
I didn't
makeup
notice that.
issue.
I didn't notice it.
I think he
Lighting.
channeled his inner father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But nothing really amazed me. The makeup team did a really good job with like recreating specific things.
Thriller,
and, like the
specifically.
Thriller music video looked good. But past that, I didn't feel like there was anything like outstanding cinematography wise, like aesthetic wise. And maybe I'm.
Well, it looked good.
It looked good.
looked good.
It looked good. Maybe I'm comparing it overly harshly, but like I
No,
love.
I agree.
I loved the one shot taken Queen
Yeah.
or Bohemian Rhapsody. Like
Yeah.
we didn't have that, you
That's the
know, and like that's
We
okay.
had a
Not
bunch of like smaller versions of
I'm
that.
glad they
Yeah.
didn't, but then also I feel like those were too long. But that's just me.
See, I didn't feel that way.
But I thought the movie looked good. It looked fine.
Yeah, it didn't look bad at all.
Um,
Besides the monkey.
Besides the monkey,
And also the when it's panning over Gary's like CGI, which I guess
Is
is
it?
fair because Gary is like nothing
Nothing.
now. Yeah, so
Which-
you can't really
what's
do actual
Gary?
What?
what's Gary?
Gary, Indiana.
Gary, Indiana,
Oh,
the town at the
I
beginning.
didn't catch that one.
Apparently, the place is
I
crazy
assumed they
ghost town
built a
now.
like I'm gonna say built a set, but I'm not even making fun of you. A lot of times for stuff like that, they build like a little model town.
It looked.
You know they built a set for that.
They
It
built a
looked,
set
it
for
looked
this
like
movie.
a CGI little steel mill there.
His hair on fire looked really bad.
Really?
I didn't notice that.
I thought his hair looked.
I didn't
really
think
bad.
it looked that bad.
I thought his hair on fire looked bad.
We can light your hair on
Did they-
fire and see if it looks accurate.
I ain't got no hair.
Cole,
did they
you're
ever?
up.
Did he end up wearing a wig? What happened? Because like once again,
He had a like wig type thing that he wore. It wasn't like a full on wig. But
Once
it was,
again-
it was like an implant kind of thing.
they never showed that. They never covered that.
Well, they
Like
talked about it.
they briefly mentioned it with the doctor, and that was it.
Yeah, he had like some hair pieces and stuff that he would
Yeah.
wear.
I just know there's so much stuff that they could have done that either developed the character or told his story more, and I would have rather have seen that than watched him dance for 10 minutes straight.
I feel like-
give me that once or twice in your movie.
I feel like the tricky thing with something like this, like, it's kind of an insane undertaking. A movie about probably one of the most famous men besides Jesus. But
Hold up, did Jonah just compare Michael Jackson to Jesus?
most famous guy besides Jesus, I think he has a good argument for, or Muhammad, or Buddha.
Are you just trying to
If
like?
we're erasing religious figures,
He's
he
just
is one
trying to
of the
cover his
most
bases now. He's
famous
just trying not to
people
offend
ever.
anybody.
I say there's a different Michael that's actually more famous than Jackson. I give Jordan that.
Really? No, not more than Jackson.
Cultural significance, though.
But Markle is Michael Jackson is worldwide.
People
Yeah.
more
Jackson's more of
famous
an
than
American
Michael
thing.
Jackson. I don't know.
He's up there.
He is up there.
He really
The Beatles?
Taylor Swift.
Maybe the Beatles.
Not Taylor
Taylor
Swift.
Swift's not even
Whoa, that's
close.
crazy.
No, here's the thing. Like, it's not fair in the modern day and age. Social media has changed the game. Don't get me wrong. But, like, I don't know if there's a country that does not want Taylor Swift to go tour there. You know?
If Michael Jackson has the highest selling album still to this day, and he had no internet.
No, listen, like, I'm saying, like, present day, like, if we're really being unbiased, the only person I could think of that might either compete or beat Michael Jackson's fame and popularity, it's Taylor Swift. I mean, I like Michael more, don't get me wrong, but
Okay, they argue that she's the closest living, maybe. But the
Dude,
fact that idea that she is close
Taylor
to how
Swift
big he was, no way.
Taylor Swift started talking to a football player, and the sale of like football jerseys and football paraphernalia for that team like jumped up like 400% because of girls just like wanting to get into football because of her.
Michael's fan base isn't a cult, though.
Michael's
But like, listen, I don't disagree. Oh, I don't know.
Michael
They were
made
kind of
people faint at the
passing
sight of
out
him.
at his concerts
Yeah, that's
and like
different. That's just being a fan.
stalking outside his house.
Yeah.
If Michael would
Taylor
have
Swift over here freaking, everything she does, everyone's act like, oh, she's the greatest of all time.
If Michael would have went to a
sister acted like
football
she was
game,
invited
they,
to the
would have
wedding.
had to shut the football game down because so many people would be trying to get to him.
Did you see the Super Bowl? Super Bowl, like when it was, which we'll get that in the second movie, hopefully.
In the 90s, yeah.
Yeah, it's in the 90s. He literally, the aura, he had it set up like, hey, the cue is don't start the music until I take my sunglasses off.
And he forgot.
He comes out, he stood there for 2 minutes straight applause.
Mm-hmm.
And then he slowly takes the sunglasses off and they fire into the first song.
And his Super Bowl performance in the 90s until Kendrick Lamar with the internet had the internet before that the most viewed Super Bowl ever.
And I don't disagree with any of that. I think if Taylor Swift did a Super Bowl, it would you could do the same thing. I don't think Taylor Swift has the audacity or the talent and foresight to make the audience hold for 2 minutes. I think if she did it, people would say she's like being pretentious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they'd kind of hate on her for it.
Michael was feeling the crowd.
But she could do it.
He's not 2 minutes straight, then he just slowly takes off the sunglasses and they go right into the first song.
Old Taylor Swift had some aura to her. I miss old Taylor Swift.
And I'm a Taylor Swift defender, but popularity wise, no one's even close to Michael Jackson.
I'm gonna agree to disagree. I'm gonna say present day Taylor Swift I think is comparable. We're comparing people.
Dude, that is crazy.
I don't think Taylor Swift performer wise is to the level that Michael Jackson was. Straight popularity, I think she probably hasn't beat.
Taylor Swift doesn't make people faint.
Well, I also like
That is true.
Yeah.
that's true, but also like I think that's the difference between like hysteria versus like it was almost culty Michael Jackson's girl following. Like they were just hysteric. You know what I mean? They would I don't know.
No different than the Beatles or the Rolling Stones or anything like that.
Yeah.
They're hysterical because
like,
he's so popular.
No one faints rarely anymore. It passes out at concerts anymore unless it's Astroworld. Sorry, that was really rude. That was awful. People
You're
died.
right.
I take that back. People
Yeah.
died. That was a really mean joke. I didn't even like mean for that to be like offensive as it was.
It's
but,
been long enough.
but like yeah, it's just a thing people don't
Finally,
do
I don't
anymore.
say
That
something
doesn't mean that like you can't compare the
Yeah,
popularity.
because there's never been a Michael Jackson since Michael
One
Jackson.
and only.
Yeah. That's why no one faints at concerts, because no one can hit that level.
People also fainted at Elvis concerts
Yeah.
and Beatles concerts.
I will say Elvis is the most comparable.
like
and
I
the
feel like
Beatles.
Elvis's time was
So we talked about this
shorter.
we watched that
Yes.
thing you do last night. Like the problem is the market is oversaturated. So it used to be like you wanted to back in the 60s and 70s hear a song, you had to call someone on a radio and request it because they had the record. Records were unlimited to supply, and to get your song out there, disc jockeys literally had to drive around the country and shill your record, and without a big label, you just couldn't get discovered. There is so many ways to get music out nowadays and meet and hear of your favorite artist, that I feel like people also nowadays have the what's it called when it's like a social experience where you feel like you know the person. What is that called?
Parasocial.
Parasocial. Everyone's in a parasocial relationship nowadays. I feel like you made the joke about Callie acting like Taylor Swift was invited to the wedding. Like,
No, Callie was invited to Taylor Swift's wedding.
oh,
She's
there-
over here like when they got engaged. When
that's even better
Travis
to
and
my point.
Taylor got engaged. She's like, "Oh my gosh, did you hear the news?" I'm like, "Callie, you know you're not invited to the wedding, right?"
She's like, hey, maybe.
Okay, so that's even better to my point. I feel like nowadays, instead of people, they still put them up on a pedestal, but it's not the same. The pedestal has changed. It is now like a parasocial relationship. And I think the hype is there. The popularity is still there. We just measure it differently.
Think about this, though. Michael Jackson had parasocial fans before the internet.
People wrote him,
Yeah,
but like,
and would follow him.
yeah, I know, but like, yeah. I agree.
all hours couldn't go anywhere.
Look at it this way. I feel like if you pulled worldwide, who is like name me 3 artists, Michael Jackson would be on way more than Taylor Swift.
I don't know. Or who were we asking?
Just people. The
I
world.
think if we asked high school kids, no.
Well,
He wouldn't even-
it'd be like a survey of like different ages. And
Yeah, if you
everything.
asked like 100
the
people
world.
of various ages, I think he'd be on to just name an artist.
Name 3.
yeah,
Name
name 3
3
music
artists.
First
artists.
3 artists you name top of your head.
See,
Michael Jackson would have to be the top.
he wouldn't be on mine. Like if
Well,
I'm just
yeah.
naming 3 artists. If you ask me to name who I think the 3 most popular artists are,
No,
he'd
just
probably
like
be up
name
there.
3 in general.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. If you ask me to just name like to name what I thought were the top 3 most popular artists, Michael Jackson would be on all my lists. I would agree with you there. I
And Taylor Swift would be on
listen.
them.
It's a moot point. I just feel like
Yeah.
modern day. I think she has surpassed him in popularity. Not like talent, not vibes, not aura.
We'll see when the Taylor Swift movie comes out.
Yeah. See who
Dude.
shows up then.
It did. She's had 2 or 3 of her concert movies, and every time they put them in theaters, they have to re-put them in theaters because girls get online and complain that they missed out because it was sold out. So like they put it back in theaters.
Most popular artists today, I think she's easily a conversation. Easily. But all time,
Dude, you're talking about
Nah.
people singing. I wouldn't be able to do it at a Taylor Swift one. One of my students posted a video of them going to see one of the more recent ones, the Ballad of a Showgirl like movie concert experience they put out, and it was like 100 white girls running in a circle in front of the screen, like dancing and like scream singing the top of their
Like I
lungs.
said, cult.
But like that's a little bit different because it's a concert movie. So like socially, I'm better with that because it's kind of like going to a concert.
But you said you wouldn't make it though.
But I wouldn't want to go to that in general. Like that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't want to be in that room to begin with. If I found myself in that room, I wouldn't be upset about it.
yeah, don't put me in a room full of
Swifties.
never mind. Never
Dude,
mind,
Papa
never
Meat
mind.
made a video making fun of Taylor Swift.
That's a
and
good one.
people were literally like wishing death upon it.
It's a funny one. Have
so
you seen that
funny.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That's really funny. Yeah. No, I agree that she's a cult, but hey, cults are popular.
She a cult of personality.
All right. Cult of personality. Let's run this bad boy to the rubric because we've got a whole nother podcast episode to record after
we do.
this.
We talked about Michael
do.
for a while.
Yeah. So, alrighty. I'll start us off. Plot. I think the plot was the weakest element.
I agree.
I think that there's a lot of stuff they could have cut. The movie, I probably would give the plot a 2 if it wasn't for the fact that I think this movie made me really appreciate Michael Jackson. It did that so well, but then so many other aspects of it I didn't like. I'm going to round my 2 up to a 3, and I'm going to land it at a 3. Cole?
I'm thinking 3 because really the plot it's good, it's solid, but they do rush it at some bits, and sometimes they do hang on stuff for too long. We got to talk about the critics stuff after this also.
Oh, absolutely.
Holy
Yeah.
moly.
freaking
That's
40%,
crazy.
30%.
I can't believe
These critics are a bunch of morons. Let me tell
It
you.
was 27 at first.
Yeah, they're like, I'm like, really? It was that bad? I'm like, there's no way.
Media always has it. out for
Borderlands
Jackson.
is that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was actually crazy. Jonah?
I'm also going to go 3. I don't think it was bad. I do think I was entertained the whole time until the end. I think at the end, I was kind of starting to get like, this is gonna sound attention span brain rot, but I was kind of thinking like, man, this movie's kind of dragging a little bit.
No,
Like,
that's what I'm saying.
I'm
Like,
ready to wrap it up.
See, I guess I didn't have that.
I
issue.
checked my phone at one point to see how long the movie was, and when I saw that it had only been an hour and a half, I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
I didn't feel it at all until until they're restarting the Jacksons, and he's like smoking with that guy in his room. Then I'm kind of like, how much longer is left? This has been going on for a while,
the
but
movie was only 2 hours long. It felt to me like a 3-hour long movie.
but other than that, I mean, I was entertained the whole time. It does, in terms of plot, it is kind of like they had like a checklist. All right, if we're making a Michael Jackson movie, we have to show this, 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 this. Fit it in there. There is the plot with his dad. There is an arc there, which is nice. But I do agree, plot's probably the weakest one. But I was entertained. 3.
Yeah. Cole, why don't you start us off acting?
Ooh. And the betrayal of Michael and the betrayal of Joseph was really good. I'm torn between a 4 or a 5, honestly.
I could see it going either way.
I think I'm going to give 5 because of how much the mannerisms that his nephew had to go through to learn how to be Michael.
Mm-hmm.
The betrayal of Joseph, even though I think it may have been played up a little. I mean, he was a tyrant. Don't get me wrong.
You said it was played down earlier.
I heard it was played down, like in terms of what all the stuff he did.
Yeah, like as far as like the character of Joseph, though, they wanted to make him the worst. He was the worst. He beating them and doing all that stuff.
Also, crazy. Imagine you're a dad, and then your kids are producing a movie, and they make you the worst.
Well, he's dead, so.
Well,
No,
yeah, but like from the heavens.
I
looking
had
down.
that thought though. Because I had to look up if he was dead or alive, and then I was like, I had the exact same thought. I was like, man, imagine being so hated. Like, what if this came out and he was alive? He like saw
Yeah.
this. Like,
Your
had
sons
almost the
produced
exact
movie.
same thought.
Actually, yeah,
Yeah.
Michael couldn't be around him for a bit because he said he would get so anxious
Scared. Yeah.
and so stressed out he would like feel like he wanted to faint and pass out and everything.
Mhm.
And eventually they made amends before Michael died.
Oh, that's nice. I'll be in the end of the second one.
Yeah,
So
Yeah. All right. So Cole, you going 5?
I'm going 5.
Jonah.
I'm also between a 4 and a 5. I'm gonna say 4. I thought Jafar did a really good job. I thought the dad did a pretty good job. Everyone else was good. I just don't know if I would put it at 5. I don't know. The dancing was really impressive.
We got Miles Teller over here doing like just side roles over here.
was just
and
there.
I love Miles Teller. I was glad
He
he's in
might
the
have
movie.
been one of the worst actors in the film.
Think so?
Mind you, I didn't say his performance was bad, but he was one of the worst performances in the film.
It was just fine.
Mm-hmm.
He's just very flat.
I mean, I think
You know,
that's
I'm
just
gonna
supposed to be his
I'm gonna give
character.
this the brownie points just because the dancing was probably so much effort. I'm gonna give it a 5.
I'm torn between a 4 and a 5 as well. I think I would like to see how much. What's his name? Jafar sang, but like he, to the best of my knowledge, maybe a Michael Jackson buff would disagree with me. He crushed the performance as Michael.
Yeah.
And like my rule for a 5 is it has to have like a standout, like whoa performance.
I could see him winning some awards for this.
And this was
Yeah.
a standout whoa performance. So I'm going to bump it up. I'm going to give it the brownie point. I'm going to give it a 5. So probably I really feel a 4, but like I also feel like I'll rob Jafar himself if I don't give it a 5. So Jonah, start us off audio.
5. Super well mixed. That's kind of why I think it's really good to see his movie in theaters. It sounds so good
Yeah.
with the 8 or how many speakers there are.
Yeah. I'm going to go 4. And I think that the audio was insanely mixed, but because we don't have direction anymore, I have to ding it here. They overplayed Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. Like,
Good song.
it is a good song. It was like half the soundtrack for this film.
when they
wasn't
play it.
half the soundtrack.
They played it like 5 times.
I only remember like 1.
They played it like 5 times. Like it's
They played it probably 2-3 times at most.
But here's the thing though. We had so many songs they didn't play.
Yeah, but they're in that area. You can't just pull in Smooth Criminal.
No,
And
listen,
also at that point, name one other song off of the Off the Wall album.
Cole, you know I'm bad with names. This isn't a fair challenge. You're like the guy, like if I were a a girl wearing a Pink Floyd shirt. You're like, name 3 albums. Like, I
And
just
I don't
like,
say albums, I say songs. And
I
they
just-
do
They did
that.
play all the other off the wall songs.
I just feel
The
like
big ones.
Could.
The big ones. Yeah.
I feel like they overplayed that song. There's a point towards the end of the film where they were playing that song again. And I was like, we've heard this one. And it's like the same cut. And then there was one song, I actually really liked it. It almost sounded like Corey Wong-esque. It's how the movie opened. It was like really, really tight, like synth with the guitar going.
It started with Want to Be Starting Something.
Yeah.
Wanna be starting something.
That one.
Wanna be
I don't know if it was like
starting something.
a full song. It might have been starting something.
It was because the movie was starting and they were
When
starting
that
something.
opened, I loved that, and then that was like once again, I think that's the only song that I can recognize that they did like an original composition of. I can't think of any other point in the movie where they did an original composition of a song that stuck out in my brain. So I'm gonna ding it the 1 point for that. I would normally put that ding on direction. I didn't really give that ding to it in plot, so I got to ding it somewhere. I'm gonna put that in audio. Cole?
I'm going 5 for audio.
All right.
Mixed well. Soundtrack, obviously, banger.
I mean, it's Michael Jackson.
Soundtrack was going to slay.
Yeah. Slay Queen.
Slay Queen.
Also, one I forget about, but I listened to a few times after this movie, Working Day and Night.
Oh, good one.
Got me working day and night.
All right. Back to me, I think, for visuals. And I hope I'm not being too mean with this one.
Probably are. You're one of the critics.
I could be a 3 or a 4. Like, nothing was outstanding. You know what? I don't know how often, if we've done this in a hot second. I'm going to abstain for a hot second. I want to hear your guys' takes. I think nothing was outstanding. Most of it was good/fine. But then I also feel like the really bad CGI animals detract. You know, but I'm also willing to give it. So, like, I think I'm leaning 3, but with how well they recreated some very particular scenes, like the Thriller music video, I want to bump it up to a 4. You know, I'm gonna go 4. That's where I'm gonna.
I'm glad that we didn't have to say
I
anything.
talked myself into it. I'm gonna go 4. I normally would probably go 3, but like I said, the Thriller music video paired with a couple other things, I'm gonna knock it up. I'm gonna go 4. Cole.
I'm also going 4. Yeah. CGI animals, little goofy looking, but the concert vibe, the recreating of all the iconic moments, the look of making him look like Michael Jackson with all the different attires and everything, killed it.
Yeah, really did. Jonah.
Also going 4. I agree. I would give it a 3 just based on like cinematography, but the way they recreated stuff, I gotta give it a 4. And also, I always have a lot of respect and kind of like, dang, that's crazy for like movies that take place like something like Stranger Things takes place in the 80s. Like everything you have in there, like in his recording booth, like you have to be like, okay, we need to get audio equipment and we have to make sure this is from the. They could have not done that. I'm not an audio guy, but I mean,
I had the same thought during
that's impressive.
that thing you do movie we watched a movie night last night because you said that movie was made in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
But took place in the 60s, and all of the equipment that they had, same thing. I was like, whoa, like that one must have been a pain in the butt to have sourced everything from that time period.
Yes, insanely impressive.
Yeah,
It's
cool.
like the cars, like how do you like
Oh yeah,
just like, hey, we need like 7 cars from the 80s. Pristine looks brand new cars
out
from
of
the
the
80s.
box, police cars from the 80s.
Yeah.
No, I agree. Cole, enjoyment.
5. I love this. This was really good. I don't think I'm torn because I think I like the Queen one more.
Mm-hmm.
This is a close second, though.
Yeah. Okay. Jonah.
I'm gonna go 4. I really like this movie. Liked it a lot. I liked it more than Bohemian Rhapsody personally, but I also like I think I like Jackson a little more than Queen, but I love Queen. But I enjoy myself a little more with this one.
Yeah. Here's where I'm putting my vote. I've tried to be very objective on everything else, but I thought it was fine. I thought it was okay, and I probably won't watch it again for a very hot second. I'm actually going to go 2. They could have trimmed. I'm going 2. I'm going 2.
You didn't like it?
I really didn't. Like I said, there was several points I checked my phone to see how much longer the movie was because I felt like it was dragging, and I would have preferred, like, when he wasn't dancing on stage, I really enjoyed what I was seeing. But the problem is I would actually love to see a percentage comparison of how much of this movie was dialogue and story versus recreating a concert, because I feel like
I feel like for me, if they just had a black
I feel like it was like a
screen-
60-40 split. I feel like 40% of this movie was recreating a concert.
That's what people want to see, though.
It's not what I want to see. I want to
That's fair.
learn about Michael Jackson.
That's
I can
valid.
go watch if I want to watch Michael Jackson dance. I can do that.
I mean, it's valid.
Like that's kind of where I'm at with
I
it.
think for me, if I went into a theater and it was a black screen and they just played Michael Jackson songs for like an hour, that's still like a 3 for enjoyment out of me.
Like we said, though, I'm not the biggest Michael Jackson fan. I like his music. I respect him. I respect him more after this movie. That's why I gave Plot, the score that I did. Like it made me like Michael Jackson more than it did when I went to the theater, which was great. But I also, I don't know. I didn't love it. I don't love biopics in general, though.
That's kinda
So
what I'm
mind you,
for.
I'm not
not
I'm not
crazy
the
about
target
them.
audience.
Yeah, I mean, critics still have
Yeah.
this at a 39%.
Crazy. It was a
Yeah.
27.
Audiences
Listen,
have this at 97.
if we didn't have any other category, if you just said like out of 10, what would you give this movie? I'd probably give it a 7 or an 8. You know what I mean? But like this is the one category that is completely subjectivity. I'm going 2. So that puts me at there was a 72%, Cole at an 88%, Jonah at an 84%, bringing our total to 81.3. We round that down 81% for Michael.
Yeah, critics always trying to do something to
Critics don't like
M.
fun.
Jackson. Like, really, like I've seen interviews with him from the 90s, and like the questions that they would ask him, so like rude. Like
Michael Jackson?
yes, they would ask him like questions about like, oh, you like your skin's turning white. Aren't you worried that you look funny? Or like
They wanted him to say something out of
yeah.
line.
I saw one where guy was like, "What did your dad beat you with? Did he sometimes use something other than a belt?" Like, what's wrong with you? It's
Jeez.
insane the audacity that like people would have.
This
against
movie's
him.
called Michael, right?
Yeah.
How do
Yeah.
you spell Michael? Why is it not popping up?
M-I-C.
Mikual.
Oh, it's not M-I-C-H?
Yeah, it is M-I-C-H.
M-I-C-H-A-E-L.
E-L.
There it is. I had to spell the entire thing before this thing popped up. I will not be supporting you, Rotten Tomatoes. So audience have given it a 97, and critics gave it a 39.
It was 27 before the embargo, before it came out.
Yeah,
For early reviews. Insanity.
and that actually is crazy to me. Like,
People were saying it doesn't touch on like some of his controversies. I'm like, that doesn't really come to the 90s.
Yeah, 90s.
Movie
when
doesn't
it-
even get there.
90s is when it goes off the rails.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like what? And also like his nephew is playing him. Do you really think is gonna be like a critical look at Michael Jackson's life?
Well,
let me-
I hope they do, though. If they do the second one and they don't, then I am going to sound like those critics. Like,
Yeah.
You have to touch on it.
you
but,
have to
like,
cover it. Like,
it's a silly complaint for this one that goes to 88.
he was
Yeah.
a controversial figure there for a second. Like, you
Like-
have to cover it.
If we're not dangling a child over a balcony and doing all the Neverland stuff, do we even have a good
We haven't
sex
been a good
sequel?
Michael Jackson
Yeah.
movie.
But no, to say this movie gets a 40, and that's honestly, that's the reason behind. I think I've said this before. The whole reason I even had the idea for the movie rubric before it was even a podcast. Like, I wanted a way that I could objectively grade a movie, like still include my personal opinion, but not limit it to my personal opinion. Like,
Yeah.
because you can't look at the makeup department and the Thriller music video and like a lot of the stuff they did in this and tell me that this should get a 25%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
no way.
That's insane.
IGN gave it like a 3. IGN's had a really bad review streak. And like
IGN
You mean
doesn't
like
know
since the
anything.
inception of IGN? Yes,
like,
I agree.
I don't know anything.
Too
of the
much
time-
water.
Most of the time, like 90% of IGN reviews are fair, but because they're
Dingus doo-doo.
but no, most of them are fair, but because they're fair, no one talks about them. But man, when they get one wrong, it's crazy. Like they did that game Saros just came out.
Yeah.
People love it. They gave it like a 5, I think, or they get something crazy. And then that I haven't seen that mouse game that looks like an old Steamboat Willie
It's
cartoon.
called Mouse Detective or something, right?
Mouse PI.
Mouse PI.
They gave it like a low score, and one of the reasons they said is like it doesn't make sense like narratively. Like why am I like killing all these people and they never address it in the story? I'm like, you're a cartoon mouse.
Yeah.
You're Michael Mouse.
Yeah.
Who cares?
I'll be
about
honest,
that?
I played a little bit of that game and I didn't care for it. I'll be totally honest,
Oh,
but
that's
like
fair, but
that's a
that's a
dumb
weird
reason.
complaint for
well,
it,
what was
yeah.
that? I made fun of it like that Pokemon review that they're like too much water.
Alpha Sapphire, the one that
Yeah.
takes place on islands.
Too much water.
Yeah.
All right.
Man, all right. So we're going to wrap this one up because we're about to immediately turn around and record a Star Wars special. Both of those will probably come out before this one does. We'll see what the upload schedule looks like. Maybe we can get all 3 out tomorrow. We'll see what that looks like. So, alrighty. Thank you for listening and tuning in. We hope you have a good rest of your day or night, depending on when you're listening to this. Bye-bye. Give me